and we don't get on YouTube much, but we're going to start getting on more and more. It's we do a lot more on Facebook and different platforms like that. But we're we got a pretty big following over there. I keep seeing, every day I look at the new authorities that are starting up and I see all the new authorities coming in. And all over the groups, I see people starting companies, starting trucking companies, and investors wanting to get into starting and trucking companies. And, after me being in the business 16 years, I always look back whenever I started and think about whenever I got into the business and started thinking about buying buying trucks and how fast I jumped into having trucks. And man, it was a rush, man. I went from 1 to 22 in like 15 months. I always remember when Gabe Hightop at CM Brown Insurance in West Plains, Missouri, was always like, "Your growth's going too fast." And I wish I'd have listened. I wish I'd understand because I wish back in 2008 when I got my authority, I would have had somebody out there to help me learn what was going on in the trucking business. Learn all the different aspects of what's involved. How I'm not just going to go get my I'm going to go get my trucking company and just get my MC number and just jump out there and get rolling. And how drivers weren't going to be as easy to hire, and how people weren't going to take care of my equipment and company drivers, and all the different things that I had to learn the hard way, like the bad things with finding my trucks in the woods and drivers doing stuff to this, and you name it, man. We've seen it all happen over the last so years. I mean, when you don't have a structure in the front of the house, with your safety and your compliance, and then you just throw guys in trucks and you think they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do, and you're still learning the book freight too and how to get customers, man. It's just a big congested thing. And unfortunately, nowadays, even over the last few years, man, it could take you out of business so fast jumping in like that. If I could tell you how many guys I talked to that some dude helped him buy a truck and he got his insurance, and the dude referred him to a finance company, he's got his authority now and all that stuff. It doesn't work that fast. There's so much more involved, like starting out with a trucking company, you think about it when you go become an owner operator, or you go take that jump to get your authority. You think about everything that's going on. You think about the plan of why you're doing it. Are you going to do it on your own? Before you even get the MC number, and you think about jumping in, you think about breakdowns and mechanical issues, and if you have a warranty or not, and where are you going to run to get the freight? Are you going to be a freight chaser on the spot market, or are you going to have a network? Yeah, once you get your authority, are you going to be one of those guys that doesn't build a network, or you're stuck listening to all the people that say no one will use you in your first 90 days? Whenever you get when you're planning to get your MC number, your authority, are you going to add on trucks in the next year? Where can you hire them? What are you going to do to be able to make them the money that they need to make to be able to duplicate their household income? I mean, how many people do you think that get their authority that are listening to all these shows and stuff really think about what are they going to do with their authority whenever their truck blows up and it's not covered under their extended warranty, or something happens after they pay for all that insurance? What are they going to do with that? Like, what are they going to do with that authority? How are they going to be able to survive for their family if they spend everything they got to get started in that with that authority, to get started in the industry? Because what is the reason why you left the company you're with, or you went from company driver straight to get authority? What is the reason why? What was your plan when you were that investor guy and some dude told you it was a great idea and you went and bought all those trucks, or you bought one or two, and then you're going to put drivers in the trucks and you don't have nothing but load boards to live off of, and you got to pay a dispatcher too? Do you really understand the investment numbers of what you're going to do? Every day we see guys that get out there and they buy one truck, two trucks, six trucks, then seven trucks, and then bam, they're gone. They crash. They're out of business. It's insane how fast it falls apart. Where was your plan? I mean, when you started your authority and you filed that MC number and those phone numbers blown off the hook, where was your plan about insurance? And you went for the cheapest rate, or you paid cash? How are you going to, what insurance policy was it going to let you grow trucks? Was it going to let you hire on drivers out of the same state you live in? Are you going to be able to hire them from different states? What were you going to do with your business and the insurance? And then you got compliance and safety and 1 through 5 to make sure you can grow your company. And then you got getting out there and going active, and if you're actually going to be able to get your plates or not. There's so much involved. Like, because if you don't have plates before you go get your authority, there's no guarantee you'll have them in the first 2 weeks after you go active, unless you're in certain states where you can still walk right in the DMV. And then, what money are you going to use if your driver quits and your truck's sitting and you can't hire nobody right now because some dude told you it was a great idea to go buy a truck? He'd help you get a driver and do it all for you. Then he leaves you hanging because he didn't know what he was doing in the first place. Starting a trucking company is a super great opportunity to do it. If you set up your MC, you have a 2-year plan, you understand about going after customers as a carrier, you understand what you're going to do with your business. You get your family involved to help you. And what are you going to do with the business? I understand that there's a lot of trucking guys out there that get into business because they're that one road warrior that don't get along with anybody. But it always blows me away. They don't get along with anybody. They want to run their own truck. They get their authority, but you don't do the compliance, you don't do the safety, you don't do any of that stuff. And you should. I mean, you got to know it. I mean, if I had $1 for every guy that had a safety compliance company that he still got in trouble by the DOT, or his insurance got dragged up for a safety score, and he said, well, I was driving as a one-man show and I paid those guys to do it, but then I got all these violations and DOT fined me, but they didn't fine them. Huh, that's weird. you know and you wonder why you go and you get your authority and you use all your life savings, you buy a bunch of trailers, you get into business, you do owner operators, um, you get the owner operators, and all that good stuff, and uh, and then they just keep coming, they break down, you get into debt, they borrowing money, they drain you dry because you didn't have a product. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes on, and I just don't understand. Or that if you have a plan and you set out a two-year plan on your business, there's so much more involved in this business. I mean, there's so many different ways to make money. There's brokering, there's customers, there's residuals, there's owner operators, there's leasing trailers. I mean, I just don't understand where you don't sit down with a person and make a plan of what you're going to do and how you're going to survive and how am I going to leave this for my kids, where I don't have to be chasing freight on the low boards. I'm able to duplicate a product to help owner operators make money, or even my own trucks when times are good, and I actually know what my numbers are. There's a plan. Everything is involved in a plan. And times change, man. Right now, times are different. And as soon as it levels out and everything comes back, when we hope and cross our fingers it does, it has to, and it gets going again. Hell, right after that, we could go into mass floods and a drought and shut everything down again. And then what are you going to do if you don't have a plan of action to run? Freight chasing never solves anything. It's great for one person, one driver, one truck. But what happens when you start adding more, right? Adding more trucks to your company? What is your plan? Why do people keep jumping into stuff and not having a plan of action for what they're going to do with their company? They think just living on the low boards, just getting an MC number, grabbing the best quote on insurance, getting that. And most of us don't even get a TMS system, but if you did, you grab one and you barely use it anyways because you're using Google Docs. And then you get a couple of load boards and you just start booking loads and everybody tells you no and you're already frustrated. So then you get using C.H. Robinson, Allen Lund, Coyote, and TQL because you think they're the answer when they're not even close to the answer. They're not out there putting all that numbers on the stocks exchange for the hell of it. They don't have no trucks. You got the trucks. You're the one that's carrying the weight on your back with that big old hump hauling their freight. So where was your plan? What was your plan when you spent all that money to get your authority? That's all I ask. I want you to tell me why so many carriers are jumping in, watching these different videos, taking these people that have no experience, they've only been doing it a little while, and how people are letting dispatching services that just got trained the day you got your authority run your company. And where was that in your plan when you went to get your authority, your trucking company? What was your plan of action to take your business to the next level? Obviously, you got your authority. I mean, I know everybody likes being the wheel, the guy in the center of a wheel that rolls around like this all day, kind of like a yo-yo going up and down. I know everybody likes doing that. Everybody, and everybody would rather do that and get on Facebook and YouTube or whatever and hate about all the people that are pushing the wheels, making the money, because they're stealing it all, they're taking it from you, they're doing it. And obviously they got plans to do it. There's some kind of plan, whether it fits your agenda or theirs. Their plan is actually rocking and rolling because you're wanting what they got and you're not doing it yourself. I mean, anybody has the capability to do it. So, but anyways, that's just the opinion on starting a trucking company. And there's a lot more variables to it. There's 13 different pieces in starting a trucking company that you should really be focused on, because the day and age has changed. And how do those 13 pieces focus on your next 2-year plan? What are you going to be doing in 2 years, and how are you going to take care of your investment if something happens right now, changes right now? What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? What steps are in place to keep your family taken care of in this big adventure that you're getting ready to do? And it's going to be an awesome adventure if you do it right. There's so much opportunities, so many different ways to make money off one trucking company if you go in the right direction. Obviously, you got those guys that say no one's going to use you in 90 days. I was obviously You got people out there that are going to tell you, I hired on an owner on, he sucked and stuff. First time I tried to do it, company trucks the way to go. Other people are going to say owner operators are the way to go, but it's not true. Everybody has their own thing. You see a lot of the big trucking companies going out right now that are quitting because all they got is a bunch of company trucks. They don't have any owner operators to diversify. But then you see these other owner operator companies out here. You got the Russians and Bosnians and Indians and all these foreigners and different ones, man. Obviously, something's going right because they got hundreds of them. They're all lease purchase and owner operators. I don't know why they want to do that. They might, why wouldn't they just want to have a whole bunch of company drivers out there? Because everything pays so great. Everybody's getting rich so fast. Everything's so easy to do. You could just go to Broker 101 or Trucking 101 or this guy's webinar platform or all that stuff, and you just start taking it and everything will be done like that. Shit will fall out of the sky and you'll be rich, right? You're rich. The business is rich. It doesn't take any money to start up. You don't have to have any money in your reserves or nothing like that. Just go do it, right? Bad credit at all. But anyways, my name's Shaggy. I'm with Shaggy's Consulting and Training Group. Like our video. Put your comments down below. We're going to be doing more and more here soon. We do a lot on Facebook at Shaggy's Consulting and Training Group. If you're starting a trucking company and you really want to get some experience, check out our reviews. We'd love to help you set up a platform, teach you how to do it, show you how to build a network, build relationships, get off the low boards, start making freight. I remember back when I ran my first 22 trucks, man, it was crazy. That first 15 months, we went from 0 to 22, man. It was rolling. We actually had 24. We had 14 owner operators and 12 company trucks, man. It was nuts. I didn't have no help. I lost so much money doing that, man. It was crazy. I was just letting people jump in trucks and everything. Man, it was nuts. It was nuts. I would do it so much different now. And if I'd have knew now what I knew then, after doing all the stuff that I've done over the last 16 years, man, I'd have made twice as much money. You know what I mean? But I didn't. So, guys, it's Shaggy with Shaggy's Consulting and Training Group. Check us out on Facebook. Like the video. Don't like the video. We really don't care. We appreciate you guys. We're here to help you guys grow your business. You can reach us at 812-870-2039, and we're here to help you. We're available all the time. We always answer the phone, and we have a team of awesome 13 partners from that are here to help you too. But we appreciate you guys like crazy. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys soon. Peace.